Eze-Ana bụ eziokwu, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ. Ịma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa, ụmụ Igbo chigharịa. Kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti, n'ụtụtụ n'abalị ọ nọ na nkuzi. Eze-Ana, Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma nyeje eme ọnụ, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma nyeje eme ọnụ, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana ga-adị, Ugochitubelu ga-adị, Ugochitubelu temple ọ ya adị, maka na eziokwu anwa chacha. Ndị ụka erigo anyị front and back, ndị oche eri anyị front and back. Fadi asị kala aka ghọrị ụmụ Igbo, si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke fe ka mma. Bulu Baịbụl bịa, akwụkwọ akụkọ, mepekwa chọọchị fa, okwu n'ụka bịakwa.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. My name is Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu n'Oraifite. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochitubelu Ọdịnala Temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi, deep consultation, lụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche and other spiritual work. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụkwazi onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me an ordinary evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. Call me a priest and ordinary evangelist. I will answer. Today's topic in this program, Hour of Truth, is total submission to the will of God. Total submission to the will of God. Before we proceed, important announcement. Don't forget that our monthly ritual is still ongoing, month of September. On the last day of September, we visit the waters with eatable things to offer sacrifices and saraka on behalf of all. Then we proceed back to the temple to offer sacrifices on behalf of all, including Ram, Ebunu, and Mekwaze Saraka. We have lots of testimonies, but as you all know, we don't share testimonies on social media or in Eze-Ana TV. You know why? It's not necessary. It's not why we are here. But I can tell you we have lots of testimonies. We started this group rituals almost 3 years now. This morning I have gone to the temple to make declarations upon the lives of those that join us. So if you are interested in joining us for this month or coming months, chat me on WhatsApp. Forward your 3 prayer requests. We keep it in the altar, making declaration. Now try and go for every day for your good. Yes. On the last day, you do all the saraka and send it only on WhatsApp number only. You cannot see all our spiritual works and testimony on social media, which is not necessary. We started this group rituals almost 3 years now. I can tell you. So if you are interested, what you will do is forward your 3 prayer requests, make token donation to the account number. If you have any question in today's lecture, chat me also on WhatsApp. I will help you. Yes. WhatsApp number is 0805 7837672. I repeat, 0805 7837672. Let's now proceed. Or 0813 8243 871. I repeat, 0813 8243 871. Let's now dive into today's lecture. Topic is total submission to the will of God. Then, what is will of God? What will of God is whatever Chukwu determines that it will happen the way that pleases him. Here on earth, we are just like pencil in the hands of the Creator. We human beings, we were given all the freedom to make or mar our existence. That freedom given to you, you will give account how you utilize that freedom. Whether you abuse the freedom or you make good use of it. However, submitting yourself, total submission to the will of God, means that whatever Chukwu determines, whatever he gives as his laws, you must abide by it, whether that particular thing suits you more or not. Sometimes all that glitters are not good. Sometimes as human beings, we might be longing for something. Yes, longing to have one thing or the other, maybe material wise. But Chukwu in his infinite mercy have seen that this particular thing we are longing for will hurt us eventually. But as children, we don't see beyond our nose. Unless if you are always allowing your inner being, your intuition to always lead you. If you are a type that always take one thing at a time, always allowing your inner self, your spirit in you to lead you, your chi to lead you. And I can tell you, once you're always allowing your chi to lead you, you will never go astray. You will never put yourself into trouble mess. I can tell you for fact that 70% of challenges we are facing here on earth, we are the cause. I can tell you that man is the architect of his problems. Most of our problems we are facing here on earth is avoidable. We are the cause. I remember His Excellency Peter Obi then, during the campaign era, that time, as the governor of Anambra State. His question on the poster is, are we cause or are we the cause? I can tell you, some of the challenges we are facing here on earth as humans are man-made. We are the cause. It's only 30% is what we are supposed to have experienced. That is why if you go to a developed world, the challenges they face is less. Because on their own, they fix the system that filtered all the garbages. That is, removing that 70% that is caused by man, leaving the other 30% that is natural. Like death is inevitable, right? Yes. But there is some challenges we put ourselves into out of self-centeredness. Yes. So, example, in this part of the world, we have insecurity challenges, killing indiscriminately, everywhere, this is a man-made. It's not natural. Yes. There are some natural challenges that normally comes in order to strengthen us. Example, some people are born naturally without silver spoon. Why some people are born? So there is no way all fingers will be equal. There's a reason why God allow you to be born in your family you were born. Maybe to experience some certain things. Because if you do not experience those things, when even your condition change, you will not even appreciate it. Because it's the poor in our midst that will make you to differentiate the rich. So there's some certain natural norms. But what we are trying to say is that allow your chi to bruise up. Because Igbo adage says, onye buru chi ụzọ gbagbuo onwe ya. So meaning, if you're always ahead of your chi, you will run tire. And those running tired means those challenges of life you are facing. So always allow your chi to lead you. I can tell you, by so doing, you will face less challenges. Submitting yourself to that will of God means you must allow the will of God to happen in your life. Don't take some certain things for granted. Don't bypass nature. Don't force some certain things. Example, you are a hard-working young man. You are working hard, but the will of God for you is that it shall be well with you. Maybe at age of 40, but you want to make it by fire by force. You bypass nature. Therefore, you start looking for maybe to join fastly. Then you will die another person's death because you bypass your chi. Ndị Igbo na-atụ ilu sị onye buru chi ụzọ gbagbuo onwe ya n'ọsọ. That's what I'm saying. So some of the problem is self-made. Let me give you another example. I have seen a toddler. So put a lantern in front of a toddler. You have not seen those things, something like that. The lantern you put in front of a toddler is inviting. So you as an adult, you understand that lantern, if you touch lantern the wrong way, you will be hurt. Yes, maybe that particular child will be seeing you as an adult once in a while, you move the lantern. But what he doesn't know is that you, whenever you want to move a lantern from one place to another, that you look for the handle. But as a toddler, he didn't understand that there is a particular place he normally hold in order to lift it. A toddler will just go and use the hands to touch the glass. Once he did that, it will hurt you. That is what some of us are doing. I can tell you that some of the challenges we are facing is man-made. We brought it upon ourselves. But if we submit ourselves to the total will of God, it means that we do the right thing, allowing Chukwu to bless you. Because I can tell you one thing for fact, put me anywhere. Any good thing you do here on earth, you must get reward. It must surely come. If you did not live a long life enough to reap the fruit of your labor, your goodies, believe in me, in the next world, you will reap it. The spirit can never owe you. Got me anywhere. What you don't know is that sometimes we run beyond our shadow. We think that we can be faster than our shadow. It's not possible. Yes. And that is the one thing mistake people normally do. Whatever decision you make on earth, whatever, commit it in the hands of God. Apart from God, you can do nothing. So, I'm telling you today, you have going to learn today is submitting to the will of God will give you peace of mind. Will give you the longevity. You will enjoy it on the long run. But whenever you want to fast track, there's always danger whenever you bypass. Yes. So if we listen to where we are going to read in the Bible now, what actually is total submission to the will of God? Total submission to the will of God is believing in God. Do your own part. But you must have this total conviction. Faith, conviction come out of solid experience. In fact, for me, conviction is far greater than faith. Faith is believing on what you are not too sure of, but you believe, maybe because you were taught of it. But experiencing is what you have undergo, learn the process, and they are totally sure that this is how it is. That is conviction. Conviction is those things that you are totally sure. And totally sure, what you are totally sure is that you ate last night and you slept. So if somebody is asking you, you will say it out of sure, that because you are convinced, because you experience it. But some of those things that is out of faith. You out of faith, you believe that your father born you, right? That you are a son of your father, out of faith. But if they ask you now to go extra mile to prove it, your mind will start to shiver, because you believe that you are son of your father by faith. If they ask you now to subject yourself to DNA, you might be shaking, because you are not sure, because you did not experience it. You believe it by faith, by maybe what you are told. So let's listen to this book of Daniel, chapter 3, verses 16 to 18, so that you will learn exactly what total submission is all about. This total submission, I want us to learn from Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Listen, let's read.
Daniel chapter 3, verse 16 to 18. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to King Nebuchadnezzar, "It is not right for us to obey you in this matter." Verse 17. "For behold, our God, whom we serve, is able to rescue us from the oven of the burning fire, and to deliver us from your hands, O king." Verse 18. "But even if he will not, let it be known to you, O king, that we will not worship your gods, nor adore the gold statues which you have raised up."
Now, what he's telling us is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego believe in their own God. The way I'm calling you as Igbo son, African sons and daughters, to believe in the gods of Africa. And someone, a foreigner, is telling you to abandon the gods of your ancestors, to begin to believe in the sense of the Romans, to believe in St. Francis of Assisi, St. Anthony of Padua, and the rest of them. And you believe all of them. So, but what I want to take from this particular chapter in the year is that total conviction of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that asekwa are na chinkala ha believe in ya, na asekwa are na chinkala ha zoptai ha, that they don't bloody care. You can go that chapter 3, but that now as I believe to the extent that they are willing. What happened? What happened that Nasr example Nasr with their own faith and for conviction based on Nusoro Bereha Chiha forbids them. Like example now, I'm a son of Anedo. Every sons of Anedo and the Idemiri, Anambra almost in general, don't keep python. In fact, if you're a stranger living in our land, we will tell you, it's one of the rules. You are a stranger, maybe you are from a boy state. We understand vividly that your people do keep python. Please, I'm giving you my accommodation to live, but please don't keep python. Because if you kill it, there is damn serious consequence. So, they have given the rule. Now, if you come to a town and they want the gods of that town to bless you, example, you are from a point state, you are living in Anambra state, and they want the gods of Anambra to bless you, I will advise you to keep the rules, the laws of the land, so that you will not put yourself to opposite confrontation with the gods of our land, so that you will receive the blessings in this land. So the same thing is what happened to these people, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, because they are slaves to Persian king known as Nebuchadnezzar. He now forced them that they should eat that pig forbidden by their own. They insisted that based on the land they are coming from, that eating this pig is against their faith. And they believe it, and they are even ready to face them the consequence. That is the reason why Nebuchadnezzar wanted to shake their faith. And they said, even if our God did not save us from your hands, we will never do your obedience. That is total submission to the will of God. That is total submission. But you, some of you call yourself ordinary adherents. You are coming back to the root, your father's root. But you are coming with high expectation. Yes, having high expectation is good. But when you are coming in as if you are doing the gods of your land a favor, it's for your own good. You are coming what you are expecting. What is the reason why you believe God? Why? You should believe Chukwu because Chukwu is Chukwu. And you should show Chukwu love by keeping his commandment. You should not be believing in Chukwu because of what you want to benefit from Chukwu. That is the wrong the same people normally follow. If you believe in Chukwu, you believe in Chukwu and give him all the honors because because he is Chukwu, not because of what you want to gain. I have come to realize in this part of the world, people give people respect and honor based on what they stand to gain. No, it's a wrong concept. You should give honor to whom honor is due because he deserves it. That is the old ancient concept of our forefathers. They respect the elders, Ndokenye, because of the fact that they understand that for to be an Okenye, an elder, is blessing from above. They give it to you because you are not the person that made the person to receive such blessing from above. But here in this part of the world, people don't really submit themselves to the total will of God. They want their own will to happen. Ndị mmadụ chọrọ ka uche Chukwu mee, ha ekpekwa ekpere sị God, let their will be done. But when that will of God begins to happen, they reject it. That is not total submission. Total submission is submit yourself to the good will. Live aright. Allow the will of God to happen in your life. Do your own bit. Because Oba Sinachi is Chukwu that uplifts somebody. You can be hustling, making all the monies, but problems that will be taking that money away from you is there waiting for you. At any slightest opportunity, you will see that those Oba that are supposed to come your way is no more. If Uyachi wants you to be successful, he will remove every obstacle that will be there, taking away those monies. Maybe at least give you good health. You know that there are some people that they work hard and make money, but on every month they are sick. By so then they will not be able to save. Submitting yourself to the will of God is I trust in thee. My ancestors, because of my ancestors, I believe thee. I will continually give in respect to you, gods of my ancestors. Even if I'm not a billionaire, even if I'm not a millionaire, I say insist, and I will continually to honor you, oh my ancestors, because I know that you always continually interceding for me. That is total submission. Not giving conditions. If things work out well, you are there. If it didn't work out well, you get out. That is not total submission. So when the going is good, you believe Chukwu. When the going is not good, you back out. That is not total submission. And that is the concept most people normally use nowadays. And I can tell you for a fact it's wrong concept. Believe Chukwu with all your heart. Return to your conviction with all your heart. Sometimes why we don't always get what we want is because we don't know how to ask. What you are demanding is not the needful. Sometimes because you don't know how to ask, you don't know how to be total submission to your chi, to what you believe in. Total submission shows Chukwu that you trusted in him. Total submission to whatever you believe in shows that you totally believe. Because let me tell you one thing you don't know. Even in your place of work, there might be sometimes you will be put to challenge, as in to test, to know if you are totally submitted, to know if you are totally submissive. So what I'm telling you in essence is, Chukwu is always there. What is important is committed. You must be committed. That I believe. Like me, let me use myself as an example. I have come across this total Igbo spirituality. I have read so many spiritual books world over. And I have come to realize why Igbo spirituality remains the best. Because Igbo spirituality is like the compendium of the entire spirituality. You know why? Because it's so natural and original. Igbo spirituality is not formulated. It's the way of the ancient. Because in the way of the ancients, they believe in the Echuaj and the Ikokwon. And that is exactly what we are using in Igbo spirituality. Echuaj and Ikokwon. So what I'm telling you is that you are not getting because you don't know how to ask. You are not even asking with faith. That is the problem. Let me give you an example. Solomon was asked to demand what he wants. You know what Solomon demands? Solomon demands for wisdom. Because wisdom is what will help him to get every other thing he wants. Now, if you know how to ask, I will tell you that one of the reasons why you are not getting what you want is that have you make a good proposal? Proposal. Proposal. Example, let me guide you. Proposal in the sense that to make me great. I want you to make me comfortable. I want you to give me wisdom. I want to be a blessing to my generation. I want to make an impact. I want to be successful. I want to be a joy giver to everybody around me. I want to be a source of joy to people around me. I want to be great so that I will be able to contribute my quota towards furthering creation, towards making this world a better place, towards helping others, both mentally and physically. That knowledge you are asking for is not fully for you, is to benefit others. Let me tell you, all these people that you are seeing on earth that is so successful, the reason why they are successful is that they build the mindset that they want to make an impact, contribute their own quota towards making this place a better place. If what I said now is not what is propelling you to be great, then I can tell you that you don't know how to ask. Some of you, let me tell you the mindset of some people. Yes. Some people is that I want to be rich so that I will pepper others. So that these my people, my relatives, my uncles, some of these my step brothers and sisters, so that I will pepper them. Some of my cousins, so I will show them that I have arrived. Do you see why you cannot be successful? Your mindset is so dark and backwardness. I can tell you. Now, it's not how much you get is the most important thing. How much you save. Because if Yachi is not supporting you, you will run, tire, and you never have rest. Because you can get that money, one problem or the other will take that money away from you. Because your mind is not noble, your mind is not pure. Your mind is to be great in order to oppress others. That's why you will not succeed. So sometimes, sometimes you are not great. Sometimes you are not great because you don't know how to ask. You have bad attitude. You don't even know how to approach more. You don't even know how to be totally submissive to the will of God. But I can tell you, why some of your proposal has not been approved is because your proposal is not well articulated. You have bad proposals. You do not make it your proposal is not inviting. Even to the people that you expected to approve your proposal. What you write as a proposal is all about garbage. I'm telling you. It doesn't make any sense. Therefore, your request cannot be approved. Solomon is a king. He asked for wisdom so that he will be able to dispense justice among his people. That is his dream. So why he asked for wisdom is, give me wisdom so that I will be able to rule my people and rule them very well in order to bring happiness in the land. That is the dream. And that is why he was permitted as the most wise man on earth. So your intention can make or mar your success. Do you know? If reason why you want to be successful is to pepper others, to tell other people that to nourish your ego, I can assure you, it will be very difficult for you to be successful unless if you change. Yes, and the change should start now. So if your mindset is, let me have this so that I will show people that I have arrived, believe in me, is a wrong concept and it's not going to fly. Before let me use myself as an example. Why I normally like to use myself as an example, for you to know that what you are asking for and is real, and you have seen someone it happens to. When I answered my call, I told my mates that I'm answering this call not just to be just there, not just to fulfill for the sake. I want to say that I don't know. One lady that came to my place with her husband yesterday, one woman. I asked her, do you know you are a called one? She told me yes, that even from childhood, that you normally tell her that there's something very unique about her. And even that time, as adolescent, they normally take her from one prayer point house to another, looking for solution, because they normally see some certain thing that is very unique about her. Yes. So for that reason, they are sensing that this child might be an obanje, as they normally say. So till she eventually grew up. And now if you go to many places, they used to tell her that she called one. But for what, based on what she told me that she doesn't want to answer the call. And what she wanted to do is that they should transfer the calling to one of her children. But for her, she's not interested. This is the mindset of some people. So sometimes we don't understand who we are. Yes, and we don't really know how to ask. So if your decision is to make whatever that is your talent, I keep telling you that everybody here on earth is a called one. Yes, but calling differ from person to person. That there are some people that are called, they have their own personal gift to contribute as their own quota in this world, to make this world a better place, as a unit, as a person. But there are some people that are called to be the star of their own immediate family. It's a calling. There are some people that are called to be a star, a shining star in their own village, in their own small clan. There are some people that are called to be Hasinamba Bayanamba. Their name will be heard in many places. They will be known. So gift differ from person to person. So if you are called one, have you asked Yachi and Yaismes, I have accepted the gift given to me. I want to use this my gift to make an impact, to make this world a better place, to make my family a better place. That should be your prayer. And by so doing, you have already submitted yourself to that will of God. But when your decision, your wish is to be great up there, in order to impress, in order to show that you have arrived, then the primary purpose why Chuku gave you that gift has been defeated. So what am I saying in essence is that the reason is that you don't know how to ask. During my own time, when I answered the calls, when I eventually came to my home, my village, I called my estimates and my chief that eventually I'm here to answer the call, that I'm no longer disputing it. I have accepted it with all my heart. And I made even a vow that even if, having read so much book and became so convinced that this path I'm following is the path that will lead me and bring happiness to me, to my family, and to Africa and the Igbos in general. Now, I told myself that since I have seen it all, having read so many books, that I have seen the most purest path. Yes. Like I told you in my speeches in the past, that every world religion leads to God. Yes. Because every world religion is built based on the people's culture in order to lead them back to truth. We Africans, our way of worship is designed by nature to lead us back to Chukwu. So what do you ask? My own, I ask, Chukwu okepere m ihe niile. That I'm not answering this call just to fulfill number. No. That I want to make an impact. I want to make huge impact based on my calling. I asked them, my calling. They told me that I'm called to be a priest. Yes. and I'm also called to be an evangelist. And no wonder, even from my childhood, I started this religious of a thing from Catholic, from childhood. And I noticed one thing: anywhere I set my foot, then they will appoint me as their leader. I remember those days, even in Brocosry, even in Region of Mary, even in Confraternity of the Most Holy Rosary, MMP, my movement of praise. Anywhere I set my heart, I will be among the leaders. To so many organizations, whenever I set my heart, I will be appointed as one of the leaders. Believe in me. From childhood. That's why I told you that when I was growing up, at age 22, I have started showing on television, as in being seen, people do watch me from year 22. That time I happened to be the youngest among the theologians. Back then, in radio program, we normally do that time, in called Marian TV Council. The program is basically to defend the Catholic faith. Those days, those times, we normally do the program in this All Hallows Seminary. Then, among the theologians, I happen to be the youngest among them. So it has started long time ago. So that calling, and as a young I was then, I used to be a speaker. I remember among the Marian Society people, we do have a program in Immaculate Heart Retreat, and sometimes I used to be a speaker. They will call me, brother, you will be the one that we moderate or hold the teachers in this particular retreat for the month. So it has been there as a gift. So when I answered the call, I had that voice very clearly. I should not forget that my calling is to be a priest and an evangelist. And after I had it very clearly, I now told them that I have accepted to do this work. But I pleaded with them that in as much I want to do this work, that I don't want to do this work in lack, that I will need everything, yes, in order to make my work smooth. That I want to be great, to make an impact. That I want to be known. That I want to impact and have enough to help the people. And that I want to be successful. That I want to be a billionaire. That I want to be able to take care of my family, to help the needy, and to have enough money to finance propagation of Igbo spirituality. These 5 things is what I asked for. And believe in me, I'm still on track, and they are doing their own part. That is the reason. Immediately I answered this call, I hit the ground running via evangelization. That's the way I started. I started this my evangelization of Igbo spirituality and African spirituality back then, 2016. That time it's not easy to talk about spirituality on social media. We are to 2018 to eventually 2020 before I eventually accepted my calling. Because I became a Dibia in 2020. But via those 2016, I used to be a teacher. I teach so many things about spirituality. Not necessarily Igbo spirituality. Everything about spirituality in general. So that's how it is. So under them, they told me that I will be a preacher, keep evangelization. And I have been along that path. And believe in me, they made it possible. Today, I can tell you, our administration is the first Eze-Ana temple to have a television channel for the purpose of evangelization. We are spending huge amount of money monthly to make sure that this Ezioku TV is still always on the air. No any other temple has had such a thing. And our intention is to do more, to spend more, in order to make sure that this awakening reach everywhere. Because I was told that I was called to be a priest and ordinary evangelist. And that is why every day I made it as a point of duty that I must come to every day to talk to you. That's what you need to know. So what I can tell you is that I asked them that I need all the wisdom, I need the resources in order to do this work. And actually, they have not failed me. They keep giving me what it takes to make sure that I remain on that path of my calling. Through support of so many, I know some people that normally encourage us through word of advice, through encouragement. Some people normally support through monetary support in terms of data and rest of them. We all appreciate all those contributions. But you keep blessing and replenish your pockets. Those of you that normally appreciate what we are doing on daily basis towards educating our people, telling people what they should know. Let me tell you, Igbo spirituality is not all about making charms. No. Igbo spirituality is there on its own. Promote cordial relationship. Telling you about karma. Telling you that whatever you sow is what you reap. Promote uprightness and fairness, truth and justice, which Ofonogu represents. Then the aspect of making charms is a different dimension that people normally tap from the fountain of metaphysics as knowledge, metaphysical knowledge. Then to be able to formulate some certain concoction of powers. Then how they use it is either to uplift them or to break them. That's why it's a different dimension. But Igbo spirituality preaches holiness and uprightness. That is what I stand for. So I'm here to always to explain to you what Igbo spirituality is all about. Because I na-emetụrụ nwata awụrụ, a na-egosi nwata awụrụ n'okwute, a na-emetụrụ ya aka maka na awụrụ n'okwute yi. So to show you the difference between core Igbo spirituality and the other aspect of people who wish to be making charms. There are two different things. So that you will understand what Igbo spirituality is all about. So total submission to the will of God is know what you ask for. Articulate it properly. If what you're asking for, you deserve it. By how you articulate your aims, believe in me, your wish will be approved. Because your wish is in line with total submission to the will of God. Your wish and the proposals is appealing to forces of nature, so they will approve it. But if your dreams is against the natural norms, is not appealing to Mumu, believe in me, they will not going to approve it. And they will keep on gnashing of teeth and lamenting. So change. If you have all this why, you have wrong proposals, I will assure you and advise you to rewrite it. And we assure you that if you write it properly, you present yourself properly, and submit yourself to total will of God, I can assure you, your longing will be approved. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture or you want us to do deep consultation for you, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837 672. I repeat 0805 7837 672. See you tomorrow. No gawa nke eziokwu. May the power of Chukwu Okike be with you and abide with you now and forevermore. Ya gazie. Ka emesịa.